dokie. See, I'm gonna talk about things now. Talk about interesting things, weird things. Yeah. I don't know. Talk about stuff that we need to talk about. Things I want to discuss and go on about. Oh yeah. Yeah, the world, man. The world will never change. People will never stop fighting wars. People will just be the same. People will go on doing what they do. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. People go, human beings are great. We're just great. Yes, we just gotta keep going on and on. The human race is great. If you don't like humans, then you're just not a good person. It's like, dude, one of the greatest threats to us is other people. It's like, okay, yeah, humans are great. They'll have wars. It's like, oh, do we have to have this war? Well, apparently so. That's great. No, people are great. It's like you can be a good person and say, no, I'm a good person. I'm trying to be a good person, but then you get some crazy person who wants to mess with you. So is it a good thing to be a good person? Yeah, because it's for your own sanity. It's for your own peace of mind. It's like I feel better as a person when I do good things. So yeah, but there's still a lot of other people who don't act that way and will never will be. It's almost like it's like the nature designs it that way. People are selfish and they have their own ways of wanting to be, and it's destructive for them and for you. So it's like, yeah. So that's why I write these songs. I go, well, we can be better, but it's like wishful thinking kind of songs. See what I'm saying? My songs are kind of like fiction. It's kind of wishful thinking. When I say, yeah, we gonna be better, we gonna be great, number two, people are kind. Yeah, we show these nice ways of being out of almost like manners. Be kind, but are people really kind? Do people go up to people that they don't know and just want to be like, I want to be kind towards you. Do you need some money? What do you need? How can I help you in any way? No, people just ignore each other and then they'll be like, how you doing? That's kind of how it is. They'll be nice to their families and their friends because you need them. It's like, I need to be, because you made bonds. We make bonds like dogs make bonds with people. That's why dogs like us or pretend to like us, because we feed them, so they're nice to us. We're bonded. It's like, you give me food and I'll be nice to you. We gotta, and then we can keep company, because keep each other from getting bored, and we go for walks and stuff. Or something like that. And then, people have kids. Like, yeah, I have kids now. I've created someone to like me. Someone to show me love because I feed them and give them clothing and they look kind of like me. And I think that's why we look like our offspring. Our offspring looks like us. Because then we're more likely to care for them if they look like us. But I think that's what nature does. I think I heard that somewhere. That was probably an episode of Criminal Minds or something. Dr. Spencer Reid probably said it. But yeah, we're designed to like things that look like ourselves. That's why our offspring look like us. So it's like, yeah. So yeah, and then we got someone to mold. So we have kids, someone to love us, someone to mold into us. So someone to keep us company and do stuff with us. So I get why people want to have kids. I understand that. That's basically it. It's a little bit for our own vanity to keep ourselves going. In some way we're immortal when we have something, have a kid, because we feel like our DNA is in that, so our DNA just keeps going. We always want to keep our DNA around. My DNA will stay on the earth and never fade, or something like that. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, and it's interesting how people choose to live all together. It's like, most of the people in America live around Chicago, around LA, around New York, all together, because I think that comes from the old feudal system, the old Middle Ages feudal system, where for protection, people will live by the castle, with the castle and the king and the king's soldiers protecting you. In return, you worship the king and you give him stuff, money and taxes and all that stuff in return for protection. So if foreign enemies come and they try to fight you, the king and the soldiers will protect you, and you're within, and you're all together, so you can all fight together, and opposed to like living on farms all spread out, and where the enemy can get to you, and you have no protection. That's kind of, I think, why people live all in together, because they're scared. Well, not, I mean, in the old days, but it's still like the same mentality, I think. But of course, you got jobs now in that town, just like in the old days. They had jobs. They had blacksmith, Will Smith, Aerosmith, John Smith, no, yeah, Miller. All these jobs. The tailor, the tinker boy, Rebecca Mare. All these different. Yeah, in the town. So you had something to do. They pay you, and then you can buy stuff and give it to the king. You work and you give the money to the king so you can be protected from the enemies. It's all similar kind of setups. Societies get set up in a similar way. I think the forefathers of this country, the guys who wrote the Constitution, they obviously knew a lot about the feudal system, monarchy, and everything. So they basically designed America to be a type of monarchy, but not call it a monarchy. It's like it's an elected monarchy. It's like we will elect our monarchy instead of just them born into it. That's the only difference. We'll still give so we'll have a king, but we'll call him president, and we'll elect him instead of him just being born into it. And we'll treat him like he's the greatest thing for 4 years, and then we kick him out, and then get another one, and we'll treat him like he's the king, and then we'll still pay tax to the, and then you got the Senate and the thing. They'll be like the dukes and all those other guys. We still gotta pay, and then we gotta pay to we call it the government, but it's actually the whole together monarchy, the whole regime of the monarchy that's running the place at the moment, and we'll pay taxes in protection from the enemy, and then the knights will protect us. We call them policemen now, but they're like knights, and basically we're living in a feudal system, but an elected monarchy. We elect the lords and the earls. That's the only difference. But they're there. Once we elect them, then they act like they're holier than thou. But we think, oh, well, we're so free now because we can elect them, we can choose. Yeah, but it ain't gonna be you running the place. It ain't gonna. It's gonna be someone else who you elect, and they'll control you. They'll become your god. It's like you elect God. Opposed to one chosen for you. It'll be like you'll elect it and feel like, it's my choice. Out of all the bad choices, because we don't really have that many great people, so we gotta choose from the crap that we have. It's almost like music now. It's like, yeah, we don't have that much great music coming out now, so we gotta just choose from the best of it. The best of the crap. It's the same difference, man. You just don't know because you're not thinking about it. You just accept it. You just fall into it and you accept it. You go, I got rights. You say, yeah, you got rights. It's called rules, man. It's like you're living by a bunch of rules, and then they can change it on you anytime. But you go, I'm free. No, you're governed by those rules, man. Sure, they ain't gonna bother you all the time, but they can change rules, and all of a sudden, you know, that's what happened in South Africa. South Africa was kind of, was run up by the British, and people were basically free there. And then all of a sudden, different party came in, and then all of a sudden, there's segregation called apartheid. Happened in Germany too. In Nazi Germany, they were all free, right? The Germans before World War II, and then all of a sudden, there it is. It can happen anywhere. Some kind of craziness. The government can just change on you. You're like, we're still free. And there it is. They can just take you over and change the laws on you and say, no, you don't get to live there, you gotta live there, and you're segregated now, and this and that, and just because you got blue eyes or green eyes, and they just choose that for you. See what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you. But you don't think about these things because you're just used to what you're used to. You don't think about it. All you think about is I get my new car with my dad, get my girlfriend, go out to the Sizzler, out next steakhouse for dinner tonight, and my kid Rusty needs a new baseball mitt, and and all kind of, you know, frivolous kind of everyday stuff. But it's important to me. It's more important to me because that's the things that are important to you. The crazy, frivolous things are important to you, not the people suffering in other places. They're not important to you. Of course not, because they're selfish. And design to. And every once in a while, you'll think about, you'll care because you'll see it on TV and go, oh, yeah, I care about this now because I'm a caring person. I don't care what everybody else cares. Now it's time to care. And then you don't care anymore. It's like, okay, I can go on with my life now. That kind of stuff. It's like, people who observe can see that. Some can see it and some can't.